But he is. He's a chameleon in our culture.
Who made the party anthem of the year?
Who's made the party anthem for 20 years? He battled Kendrick Lamar. Win, lose, or draw, he's stuck in for the fight.
And Kendrick's albums are better. I'm sorry.
He's not like us. He's not like us. He's not like us.
Ladies and gentlemen, dons and donettes everywhere, it's your boy Morgan Heights in the building. So the internet has created a debate where one Drake stan has to defend him against 5 Kendrick Lamar stans. And the main accusation is that Drake is a culture vulture. Now that's a big claim in hip hop. When you actually listen to the arguments in the first few minutes of this debate, things start to get very interesting. So let's break this thing down, section by section. The format is simple. One Drake stan sits across 5 Kendrick Lamar stans. The Drake stan must defend Drake's influence and credibility in hip-hop, while Kendrick Lamar stans challenge whether his success stems from borrowing too heavily from different cultures and sounds. The debate rotates between speakers so that the Drake stan is constantly responding to new arguments from different Kendrick stans. Dons and donettes everywhere. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel.
His name is Jay Roebuck, and today I'm here in front of 5 of Drake's biggest haters. My job is going to convince them that they are completely wrong and show them the real way to appreciate one of hip-hop's greatest artists. My first claim is Drake has done more for hip-hop than any current artist. All right, here we go.
You say that Drake has done more for hip-hop than any other black artist?
Than any current artist today.
Any current artist?
Yeah.
How you say that? What's the fact on that?
Oh, you want me to start? Okay, I'll start.
Yeah.
Well, there's a number of ways that we can look at this. We can look at it from a numerical point or a cultural point. We can start with the culture, right?
I love the culture. That's the best one.
Yes, sir. I believe that one of the most important things an artist can do for hip-hop or for what they believe in is put it at the forefront of the entire world. Hip-hop has been the most dominant genre in the world for over a decade, and the leading force behind that has been Drake.
No, I'm not laughing at you.
Yeah, already man are being nasty and disingenuous. Already, you know. The idea that one artist, even someone as commercially successful as Drake, is the leading force behind hip-hop's global dominance oversimplifies the genre and ignores the ecosystem that actually made it the world's most influential sound. Hip-hop has been a dominant force for 50 years plus. Come on now, don't do that. And I'm not going to insult my audience intelligence by naming all the artists that paved the way before so far gone.
You can look at the numbers and talk about the collaboration with other cultures, whether it's UK or whether it's in the Caribbean. He has put hip hop at the forefront of all those things. So by him doing that, every other artist has been able to benefit. If you want to look at, you know, just the pure hip hop purist standpoint, if you want to talk about battle rap, Drake has put his money where his mouth is. He has invested in URL to allow these artists to have a platform to continue to flourish. Those are just some of the things that he's done.
He lost the battle against Kendrick. If we talking about hip hop, because you talking about him giving, and that's great. Culturally, I think we have an issue with Drake because Drake is, I don't like to say culture vulture, but he has attached himself to Atlanta. He has attached himself to Houston. He's attached himself to things in like part of our culture as black people, as people that are true hip hop people. But I don't always think that Drake is for us. I don't know where Drake stands on political things. I'm not saying that Drake has to be Common or Nas, right? But I don't know what he is. He's an enigma. He's a chameleon. A girl told me the other day, a chameleon in our culture is like you're there for yourself. There's no benefit in anybody else but you. The sales are cool. I get it. Kendrick has equally decent sales, right? Grammy nominations and wins, very close. Cultural impact, you can't say that Kendrick doesn't have a more cultural impact than Drake. It's crazy. Like,
okay.
Drake don't even put people in his own city.
I personally don't think Drake is a culture vulture. And I get why Kendrick took that angle in Not Like Us. It's reflecting a statement in the culture as Drake experimented with different sounds and genres. Honestly speaking, to me, that's just kind of clever. Drake's versatility is what makes him Drake. And at the end of the day, the music still slaps. Politics has never been Drake's lane. So why are people expecting that from him now?
Think that Kendrick Lamar has done more for hip hop than Drake has?
Yes. Yes. I believe Kendrick Lamar has done more for hip hop than Drake has. I think Drake has done more through hip hop for sure. I'll give you my reasons why. I got 3 reasons. 1, Kendrick's impact is rooted in pushing the craft forward. At a time when the genre leaned heavily towards vibes and melody, Kendrick proved dense writing, layered storytelling, and political commentary. 2, he created culturally defining albums, Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, and Damn. And they didn't just chart, they shifted conversations, influenced artists globally, and became academic study material. 3, he preserved hip hop's core values: lyricism, conceptual albums, social commentary, technical mastery. Now, in my opinion, Drake's impact is rooted in helping make hip hop the dominant pop sound it is today. He played a major role in pushing the culture to the center of global mainstream music. That's an incredible achievement.
I think Drake has done a lot. I'm not saying he hasn't.
So
but
if not him, then who? Who is your person who you think has done more for hip hop than Drake?
If we're talking about artists who could rival Drake's impact in hip hop today, I point to Kanye West, Jay-Z, Future, and of course Kendrick Lamar. We've got Kendrick, who won a Pulitzer Prize for music, something no other rapper has achieved. Kanye West is someone who has revolutionized hip hop production multiple times across different eras. Future helped shape and influence an entire generation of melodic trap artists. And Jay-Z is the blueprint when it comes to business, longevity, and cultural leadership in hip hop. Each of them have impacted the culture in different ways, which is why their names always come up when people compare legacies to Drake.
I could say Kanye. I can say
I don't count Kanye as a current artist.
What?
If you
current.
want to do Kanye,
Current. Kanye is. I feel like he's current.
if you want to, we can talk about Ye. Well, that's the buzzer.
All right.
But that was good. We'll meet again.
How many artists has Drake pillaged from? How many artists do we look at where you could try to say that Drake has reached out and given a feature there and then he drops them off to irrelevancy? How many artists has Drake signed to his own label, steals their greatest songs? You just mentioned Party Next Door, who's not even a hip hop artist. Drake has stolen Party Next Door's whole career, derailed it, and then jumped on it and took all his best work and then put it out as his own. So Party Next Door can't even shine to be the artist that he is because Drake can't stand to be, he has to be the star of the limelight of everything that he does. He's jumped on Block Boy JB song. He jumps on these one hit artist song, and then you never hear from these artists ever again. Fetty Wap had one of the greatest waves in hip hop we've ever seen. So many hits. He ran the summer of 2016. What did Drake do? Man, let me jump on my way, take it over, not give you a music video. So this claim of that you're trying to paint out there that Drake is just the greatest and he's done so much for hip hop. Yeah, he's done so much thievery. That's the type of work Drake has done.
That was cool, but I hate to tell you that you're wrong, right?
Go ahead.
So all of the things that you just said, have we heard any of those artists echo that point?
McConan, that was Drake's own artist.
Okay, well, McConan would be the one person who's still working in a fast food restaurant by his own choice, right? That was his own choice. And Tuesday, Drake got on Tuesday, remixed it, the song went up. Is it his job to now coddle McConan through the rest of his career? Let me go. McConan has had opportunity over a decade to try to put out more music and more records. Nothing has come from that. Now we could talk about Party Next Door. Again, I've already cited that, Drake and him doing that collaboration album gave Party his most commercially successful song, put Party on the biggest tour that he's ever been a part of. Do you hear Party Next Door complaining?
It's facts! It's facts! It's not facts. These facts are not facts.
No, because Party Next Door is an artist who comes out and does what he wants to when he wants to, and is also a prolific writer, not just in the hip hop melodic space, but also in R&B and in Caribbean music. And his best work he actually gave to Rihanna, and him and Drake co-wrote some of those songs. So I can't say that.
Let's address Evan's narrative about Drake pillaging artists and discarding them once he's done. I think that's a bit of an unfair statement. Drake has collaborated with many top artists, and many top artists have collaborated with him. His credibility and commercial power can only elevate an artist's visibility and success. Whether it's producers, writers, or rappers, collaborations has been a cornerstone of hip hop since the very beginning. Artists do it for the look, the reach, and the credibility as well. Donnie also mentioned McConan, who left OVO in, I think, 2016. In my opinion, McConan should have been in the lab grinding and building another hit. Some artists just end up being one-hit wonders, mate. And if you want to be more than that, it isn't solely the label's responsibility to create that for you. As for Party Next Door, only last year he was collaborating at a higher level. And according to Kendrick Lamar,
Party at the party playing with his nose now.
Still a banging record. In conclusion, ever since Drake lost the battle to Kendrick Lamar, the culture has dissected it with a fine-tooth comb. Kendrick's job as the opponent was to take down Drake and use whatever weaknesses he could find against him. But not everything said in a rap battle should be taken literally. Recently, Michael Eric Dyson seemed to have fallen into that trap and ended up getting cooked online. In a battle, you use whatever angles you can to win. It's the nature of the sport. This battle was spectacular and surgical, and honestly, I haven't seen anything quite like it. Which is exactly why even in 2026, we are still talking about it. Shout out to the YouTube channel, The Stop, and the panel for the back and forth discussion. If you want to see the full conversation in its entirety, the link is in the description below. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Ladies and gentlemen, dons and donettes everywhere. Morgan Heights, I'm out.